5 things you need to stop doing if you are trying to manifest a specific person into your life, okay? If you are doing any of these 5 things, you are ruining your manifestations, okay? Let me explain. So, first of all, hi guys, I am the Cosmic Raver. Much welcome to my channel. I am a spirituality and love attraction coach. And today we're going to talk about 5 common things you have to stop doing if you want to successfully manifest a specific person into your life, okay? And so if you have been doing all these kind of manifestation techniques, you have been doing scripting exercises, meditations, and so on, and nothing is working and you're wondering, what am I doing wrong? Then the most likely reason is that you're doing any of these 5 things. And it's so common to do any of these things because I have done these mistakes myself and it didn't work, obviously. So I learned the hard way, and now I want to share the knowledge with you guys. So let's get into it. The first thing you want to avoid is to check their profile, okay? Do not check their profile, okay? And okay, hear me out. I have a husband and sometimes I obviously check what he posts because he's in my life and I'm curious if he's posting something. So of course I check his posts on social media. That is not what I mean, but what I mean is constantly checking their profile to a degree where, you know, it's obviously not healthy and you're chasing them. That is essentially what you're doing when you're checking their profile all the time. And especially if when you are checking their profile, it comes from a place of lack, you know, this anxious feeling like, okay, I haven't heard from this person in a long while. And what are they doing? What are they up to? And so on. You know, when you have this anxious feeling, negative feeling inside of your body and you're checking the profile, that comes from a place of lack. And when you're manifesting from a place of lack and you are thinking more of the fact that you don't have them in your life than how it would be to be with them, then you are just delaying your manifestations. So do not check their profile. But that also goes, you know, that's also when it comes to like to sort of visit their house. If maybe you live nearby them and you pass by their house or their apartment on your way to work or whatever, I don't know, and you stop by, and whenever you pass by their house, you're wondering like, okay, when am I going to hear from them? Don't do that. So don't check on them, whether it's, you know, like in a physical sense or, you know, in the digital world, so to speak. Don't check their profile all the time. Did you hear me? Because when you're doing that, it's coming, like I said, from a place of lack. Because if you were together with them, if you were already in a loving relationship with this person, you would be most likely checking on their profile every single minute of the day, all right? Like I said, you probably would be checking like if they post something new because you're curious, because you're in a loving relationship with them and you're curious. I mean, that's natural. What is not natural is to be chasing them and coming from a place of lack where you are anxious, you are frustrated because you haven't heard from them, so you need to check what they are up to and so on. Don't do that. So try to avoid checking on their profile. Number 2, the thing number 2 you want to avoid is to play it cool, okay? And when I say play it cool, I mean, you know, because when it comes to manifesting, we all know that being too anxious, chasing after something is not good because it comes from a place of lack. So you want to play it cool. You want to play like you don't care. And like, especially when it comes to a specific person, you want to play like you don't care because no one wants a person that is too eager. No one wants someone that is chasing after them, right? I mean, most of us don't. Like if someone is super like into you and they're chasing you and like sending you messages all the time or checking your profile all the time, usually, I'm not saying always, but usually for most people, that's like okay, you know, back off. That reaction. And so you want to play it cool, but don't play it cool. You have to be cool. So don't try to act cool because, you know, it's very common when you're interested in someone, you're trying to play it cool. You try to act like you don't care. So maybe you are refraining. You're basically not like contacting them. You want to text message them, but you don't because you know that I'm gonna come across as being too eager, being too much into them and so on. So you don't do that, but you are still sort of feeling anxious inside. You are playing it cool. You are not contacting them. That's good. But deep inside, you have this like negative feeling of, they don't like me. They probably don't like me. They are not into me. I haven't heard from them. If you're feeling that inside, it doesn't matter if you're trying to play it cool, because you should not play it cool. You have to be cool, okay? Don't play it cool, be cool. You have to realize that you don't need this person in your life to be happy. And I know that sounds difficult when you're really into someone. You think that being with them is the only way to happiness. I know that feeling, but don't play it cool. You have to feel cool inside, okay? You have to, like, your actions need to match your emotions inside of your body, okay? So, on to the next. Number 3, what you should definitely avoid doing if you're trying to manifest someone into your life is to affirm but not feel, okay? So don't affirm, and I don't mean that in a way that never do affirmations, never work and so on. That is not what I mean. Affirmations can work for sure. For a lot of people it works to do affirmations. However, if you are affirming but you are not feeling it inside, that is, it's not going to help you. I mean, it's not going to do something, it's not going to stop your manifestations, but it's also not going to make any positive difference. It's not going to make your manifestations appear faster either. So, I mean, don't do that, because if you are affirming and you are repeating these phrases to yourself, like, I am worthy, this person, he or she wants me, and so on. I mean, that's fine. But if you don't believe what you are affirming, if you don't believe the phrases you are saying to yourself, it doesn't matter. You can say anything, but if you don't believe it deep inside from the bottom of your heart, it doesn't matter what you're trying to affirm. You can say anything, and if you don't believe it, it doesn't have any effect. So don't do affirmations. Don't say affirmations if you don't truly believe them, okay? And if you find it hard to believe the phrases you are affirming, for example, he or she is so into me and so on, if you find that hard to believe, then try to rephrase your phrases, so to speak. So try to say something else, something that resonates with you, something that you can truly believe in, such as, I don't know, he or she likes me. Maybe that's easier to believe than he or she is so into me, he or she is in love with me, So try to affirm phrases that you can truly believe as well, because like I said, if you don't believe what you're affirming, it's not going to help. Then number 4, what you want to avoid if you're trying to manifest a specific person into your life is trying to get. So don't try to get. And what I mean by that is, don't try to get things all the time. You want to try to become a version of you that already has it, all right? So don't try to get something. You want to try to become the version of yourself that already has it. You want to try to become the version of yourself that already has it. So focus more on becoming rather than getting something. So don't try to get things like, I want to get this person, I want to get a relationship, I want to get this or that. Don't focus so much on getting something. You want to focus on becoming the version of yourself that already has it. And what would that person behave like? How would that person act, and so on? And how would that person be acting, thinking, and behaving and feeling, basically? And most likely a version of yourself that already has what they want, in this case a relationship with a specific person, would be probably, feeling worthy, calm, happy, confident, not chasing, not anxious, and so on. So don't wait until you are in a loving relationship with this person before you start feeling those things. Do that now. Become that version of yourself now. Even though you might think, I cannot be happy without this person. I know that feeling, but that is not true. You can be happy without this person. So be happy now, okay? So that is what I mean by focus more on becoming rather than getting. Don't focus on getting something, focus more on becoming being the version of yourself that already has what you want, okay? And the last thing you want to avoid if you're trying to manifest a specific person into your life is to wait, okay? Waiting too much. So don't waste your time waiting for it to appear, because that is not what you want to be doing. Don't wait for it. Don't wonder when it's gonna appear, why it's not working. Try not to be frustrated if it's taking too long, and so on, because the more you are being frustrated that it's taking too long, the more you are wondering when they're going to text you, the more you are wondering why it's not working. Whenever you have these thoughts, why is it not working? Why are they not texting me? Am I doing something wrong? Whenever you are having these thoughts, you are delaying your manifestations, because you are coming from a place of lack and you are essentially in the vibration of chasing, and chasing is not going to help your manifestations. Rather, it's going to push them further away. So that is what I mean by don't wait for it. Don't wait for it. Don't spend too much time waiting for it to appear. Don't spend too much time waiting for them to text you. Don't spend too much time looking for signs, maybe you have been looking for signs okay, what is a good sign that my manifestations are coming closer? You are seeing numbers, angel numbers such as 1111 or 2222, or you are looking for signs when you're out walking your dog, and maybe you are looking for things on the ground, maybe you think that if I find like a penny on the ground, that means my manifestations are close, or whatever it can be. A lot of people, when it comes to manifestations and manifesting, are looking for signs from the universe that their manifestations are coming close. But when you are doing that, when you are looking for signs, you are still coming from a place of lack and chasing, because if you already had it, you wouldn't be looking for signs, right? So to wrap up, don't wait for it, don't look for signs, don't wonder why it's not here yet. Don't do that, because you are delaying your manifestations, okay? So guys, that was the 5 things you need to stop doing if you're trying to manifest a specific person into your life. And this is so important. This is so important, because if you're doing these things, you are chasing, you are coming from a place of lack, and you are delaying things. You are delaying the very thing you want to attract, okay? So I hope that makes sense, guys. And like I said in the beginning, trust me, I have done all of these mistakes myself. It did not work. As soon as I let go, as soon as I stopped doing these mistakes, things started to change pretty fast. So believe me, things can change fast. If you just trust the universe, if you trust that it's on its way, you stop wondering, you stop chasing after them, you stop checking their profile, you stop feeling these anxious, negative thoughts or feelings inside of your body, you just live your best life. When you do that, you're gonna realize that your manifestations are just popping up like this. Everything that you have ever wanted to manifest are just gonna it's just gonna come to you like this. It can go really, really fast when you let go and when you just trust the universe. So yeah, I hope that helped, guys. That's all for this video, and I do have a lot more videos when it comes to manifesting, law of attraction, even guided meditations, visualization exercises, and so on. So feel free to check out my other videos as well, and subscribe if you like this video, and feel free to comment. And yeah, that's it, guys. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.